had a very good. We are mostly defensive minded, but in the course of being defensive minded and trying to sit back, we end up conceding. But from what I know, it's the best form of attack. The first form of defense is attack. So why defending instead of attacking? Because let's take the previous game for instance. There were times, for example, Jordan had the ball, tried to maneuver around the opponent and maybe tried to get across. But every time he kind of looked up, there wasn't any white shirted players, Ghanaian players in the 18-yard box. So can I say, that's why I asked the first question, against sport, I don't see more of attacking football instead of us sitting back trying to prevent our opponents from getting at us.
Yeah, but okay, did you see the home game we had against Sudan?
Yes, I did.
Was it attacking football or defensive football?
From what I saw, it was more of a balance. But at the end of the day,
I mean, okay, we had 16 corners, they had 1. We had, I don't know how many shots on goal, we had a lot of chances, 12. And so are we really talking about now this was not attacking football? I don't want to offend you really, but we have to really, I mean, like, if you say, like, when we played Mali, okay, it was more defensive, but we were leading 1-0, and it's a different approach. Sometimes it comes also with the results, but also Angola, when we played them at home, we created a lot of chances, and the ball possession was like 60-40 or something. So for me, it was more offensive, but maybe, I don't know. I don't know how we see it, so I'm really surprised.
So when my third and final question, it has to do with officiating, the performance of the referee.
Excuse me?
It has to do with officiating of the game, the performance of the referee.
What about the referee, please?
Yes, the referee.
Which referee?
In our previous game against Niger. Sorry, the one we just gave recently, Angola. Yeah.
You want his comments on the performance of the referee?
The performance of the referee. Because from
the last game?
Yeah, the last game. Because I saw certain chances where our players were brought down, 50-50 chances where it should have been our advantage or even a foul in our favor, and it was.
It's difficult. I mean, if the referee was okay, I've seen worse referees, to be honest, and we know. I know, let's say, for the penalty, for example.
Tomorrow's game, what's going to be the approach? Because we know it's particularly of no consequence to us. We are not qualifying. What's the approach towards the game? Is it from now we are going to rebuild the team? Because I've seen you invite a lot of younger players. So what's the approach towards the game? And also, one more question. Sometimes I see your body language towards some of the questions we ask at press conferences. Do you think as a country we major on the minuses, the things that don't matter? Because I see at press conference, people ask you questions and you sort of look at them with certain eye. I see. You feel those are not the questions that are supposed to be asked, or you think you don't place too much focus on what you think is important?
Yes, sometimes. I mean, like, if I get a question, why are you sweating so much? Then it's not relevant. It's we're fighting or we were fighting to survive, to do something to win, and then if I get this question, for me it's out of space, to be honest. The first question was what again? Yeah, this is also difficult. Why should I mean, I would love to tell you this, but okay, so first of all, we have a lot of injured players. It's not only us, it's also other national teams. It's also a lot of clubs, like my former club, Dortmund, they have like 10 players injured. So it's quite difficult because they have a lot of games, the players, my prayers are really with those who are injured, especially Fatau. It's going to be, I think, a very serious injury. Hope not, but could be. And my prayers are with him. In this situation, I always like to thank everybody who's coming committed to play and give his best for this country. And when somebody gets injured, it makes me very, very sad. And surely now it's an opportunity for new players to come to show themselves. And I can't tell you more about the approach because surely I don't want to prepare our opponents on how we should want to play.
Sorry, when I say approach, I don't mean tell me. I mean the mental.
Yeah, the mindset, but the mindset is always the same. Always the same. I mean, I don't think there's somebody, even when let's say we play a friendly match, I want to win. You know, there's no way I will just go and play and I want to lose. You know, but the mindset is it's always about winning. It's always about do the best. And I think if you want to give positive examples, you have to maybe mention Razak Simpson or Manaf. You know, that's true. But I don't like to point out, but this is what we want to see. To play out all their hearts. You know, everybody was, we had players like Gideon Menza, like I did say, they had problems before. They couldn't train the whole week, but they came to play. This is what we want to see, to die for the country. Now, surely the problems are worse. After the game, they can't play. But no, I want people to know that it's not always like oh, this guy don't want to play or this. No, they had problems before, big problems. But our medical team, they worked day and night. We should have liked you to see how they worked on them, and congrats to and also thanks to them, you know, for making it happen for the players to play. And they all have a schedule. It's not always easy for them, and they're trying their best.
Take the final question.
Coach, once again, I'm back. All right. Before the Angola's game, you were being described as a disciplinarian and a tactical strategist by one of our local coaches, Frimpong Manson. And looking at some of the reasons why some players withdrawn from our final squad to face Angola, some weren't all that pleasing to me. The likes of, I just don't want to mention names. Yeah, no, like the 8 players that were being ruled out of Angola's game due to injuries. Yeah, yeah, some weren't all that pleasing to me. Being a disciplinarian, is it that you are going to build a new Black Stars team that is being anchored on youthfulness or local players, just in case maybe you need a team to play a crucial match and these players are not around?
Okay, so I didn't quite get your question. So you said I said someone.
Now, from the
your
reasons
point.
they gave out,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. No.
Sorry, coach. Before he explains, there was a publication by the FA
Yes,
that listed the various reasons why the players couldn't make it.
exactly.
With the exception of Joseph Pinto, whose reason
Exactly.
was personal, all the other players had injury worries attached to their names. And you were saying that the reasons we gave was not pleasing to you.
Some of the reasons.
And what could you please be
Yes.
specific?
The first one you've stated is that is Joseph Pencil, and the second one is about
Normally I won't do it, but his
Semenyo's.
I'm just look, I don't like to do it, and I hope Joseph will forgive me for this. Okay, his wife was pregnant, was over the date. Now he is a father, a baby girl. Okay? So I don't want you to make stories. No, I don't have a problem with him. He doesn't have a problem with me. Please, okay. But it's not like I would give out to the public. His wife is pregnant. Maybe it's complicated birth or what. I don't like this. You know, especially if something happens. That I was the one who gave out some certain information. You understand this? Please. Okay.
And then you said the second player is who?
Semenyo, because he played in his last game, and the reason was like he needed to get a medical attention for that.
Okay. We are not allowed. It's a law. I'm not allowed to give you specific information about. But we got a doctoral report. Our doctor's not allowed to talk about it. I'm not allowed to talk about it. But if somebody's injured, he's injured. There's nothing I can do. You know.
All right. And my last question was: is it that Otto Addo having a potential World Cup qualification, you are going to build a new Black Stars team that is anchored on local players and youthful players?
Like I said before, for me, the players are one. So I will call performance-wise the best in my view who are ready to play these games. That's all. If they're local players or non-local, for me, it doesn't matter.